Am I ready?
Well, I'm not timing it, so go.
Oh, so Impact Wrestling from 5/4/2017. This is last Thursday's show. Show opens up with Matt Sydal defeating Eddie Edwards with a shooting star press. Pretty damn good match. Sydal won after Eddie Edwards charged him, and Sydal laid him out with a knee before hitting the SSP. The match was so good that the heel commentator, Josh Matthews, was urging them to shake hands and not fight afterwards. Davey Richards and Angelina Love attack Eddie and his wife, and Davey injures Eddie's leg. Alicia dives onto them both. That's Eddie Edwards' wife, and a pull-apart brawl continues. Mackenzie Mitchell interviews Magnus and Matt Morgan backstage. Bruce Pritchard intervenes and books them in a match later on for the GFW title. We had a KM segment, just as bad as the one last week. He's in a waiting room doing sit-ups. Some janitor comes in and sweeps a piece of paper into a... whatever it is, picks up a piece of paper. KM then keeps throwing balls of paper on the floor and summoning the guy to pick him up. The guy says, hey, that one wasn't there 10 seconds ago. KM says, yes, it was. Are you calling me a liar? And yells at him. Sienna with KM defeated Christina Von Eerie after the silencer to become the new GFW Women's Champion. Eli Drake gets in Bruce Pritchard's face backstage, makes some great points about the backstage happenings at Impact, says he's going to go find Alberto Del Rio. Alberto is right behind him, and Alberto challenges him to a match for Alberto's title opportunity later on. Pritchard claims that this is his own idea and books the match for tonight's main event. We got an ODB video package where she said she's been around since the very first knocked up title match. Ringside, Jeremy Borash is holding a sign that says Brutal AF with an arrow pointing at Josh. JB is in the crowd. Apparently he has a ticket, but he's not banned. He's banned from commentary, but not from the crowd. Matt Sydal in an inset says he will beat Low Key for the X Division title. EC3 beats up John Bolin and wins with the 1%er. The Pope claimed that Bolin had come up through a system of proven winners before he jobbed out in record-setting fashion. EC3 pinned him in push-up position. JB now has a POS sign and a free JB sign. The crowd chants free JB. Josh says, from what? Our lives? Magnus defeats Matt Morgan with a low blow, a Michinoku driver, and a top rope elbow. He distracted Stifler by bringing in the belt, and when Stifler took the belt, he hit the low blow, leading to the finish. The Veterans of War... more accurately, Crimson cut a promo about winning the Impact tag titles in the future. Jax Dane said nothing the whole time.
Are they really called the Veterans of War?
Correct.
I mean, they are war veterans for real, right? I'm pretty sure for sure Crimson is. I just think it's funny that that's their team name, the Veterans of War.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They were fucking over last week, so keep it going. How can you boo the guys? Lonnie talks shit about the GFW belt to Mackenzie Mitchell and then says he's going to go work out. I believe him. LAX get hammered in their clubhouse. James Storm video package that I promised contained the worst punching bag sequence I have ever seen presented by a professional athlete on camera. Then, the highlight of my week. We get a recap. They usually do these long-ass recaps on Impact. So we get a recap of Swoggle's assault last week on Spud. You know, the angle where the babyface attacked the heel with a hammer because he got pantsed earlier.
It seems like a
an overreaction.
It kind of is an overreaction.
Yeah, but the crowd cheered it. So
shades of gray, I'm sure, Tom. It's this. You know, they're gonna be taken off now with these shades of gray characters. Go ahead.
Just as I wanted to absolutely hate this. Listen, because you're trying to twist my words into something that I didn't say and use it to your own benefit.
Oh, get out of here. I've never done that.
Just as I wanted to absolutely hate this segment, they played the best thing I've seen on Impact in 2017. I promise you, go search out the pantsing of Swoggle, the attack by Swoggle, and then this Spud promo. So Spud is in the hospital. He is confined to a wheelchair. He has a neck brace on. There's sad music playing in the background. He tells us that he has to take 4 painkillers before he even attempts to move anymore. He goes to take the pills. His hand is too weak. He drops the pills all over the floor, spilling them everywhere. He makes faces in agony. Then we get a get well music montage playing as Spud grabs hold of a cane. He's able to lift himself, move himself, and then he stares longingly at a picture of Swoggle that is behind all of his 10 bottles of medication. He says, I'm going to get better. But why? Why did he do this? I didn't mean to pull his pants down.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that was it.
So...
I'm on quite a delay.
Yeah, we got to fix that. Stand by, everybody. All right, we're back here. Now, in the meantime, in the middle of that disaster, I went to Spud's Twitter. Have you been on his Twitter late?
No.
Well, first off, his profile picture is himself in a neck brace, looking very, very, very upset. And around May 5th, he began answering questions from fans. Spud, when are you getting back in the ring and going for the X title? I'm not. Injured. This person here says, I want to know if you're going to be okay. He says maybe. Do you know how many times he hit you with that hammer, Spud? Lost count. What is your goal? What are your main goals? Being able to piss properly by the month of June. He's gone through all of these, answering these questions. I got to see this video.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, go on.
So then we had Congo Kong crushing. Hey, I'm going to put this guy up against any jobber that you've got from these NWA 80s shows. This jobber, William Weeks, total nerd.
Wow. William Weeks.
Yes. He looked like a... I don't know how to explain it. He had like a
Crockett jobber from the 80s? That's all I need to hear.
God, he has red hair, like reddish, blondish hair in a long ponytail. He's probably like 150 and 6'2", pasty white with a peach fuzz mustache.
This guy sounds awesome.
Yeah, he's in the corner, and the storyline is Laurel Van Ness comes out with Congo Kong. It's like her charge. Laurel is still hammered, right? She's still drunk from when Braxton Sutter turned her down.
Hammered, you say?
Yes. So she is trying to get with anybody. She's making eyes at guys in the crowd. She even goes over to William Weeks, who then turns down her advances at the beginning of the match. And then Congo Kong beat him with a top rope splash. Braxton Sutter and Allie came out and cleared the ring afterwards to save William Weeks. But believe me, Brian, I don't give a damn how haggard Laurel looked here. Makeup everywhere, hair a mess. There's no way in hell that William Weeks would ever sleep at night knowing that he turned her down.
Man.
William Weeks would be lucky to get Bob Ross from the elevator.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go. So Eli Drake versus Alberto El Patron for the GFW title shot. Tyrus interferes early, gets booted from ringside. El Patron has the cross arm breaker on, but Eli escapes. Drake charges him in the corner. Alberto moves, throws Eli's legs over the second rope, and then did the double stomp. So a new variation of the double stomp pins Eli Drake, and the show goes off the air.
I'm sure they did. All right, it's time for the Impact Review.
All right, you gotta start that clock?
Getting ready right now.
5 minutes on the clock, all right? You ready?
Ready, set, and get ready and go.
Okay, so I didn't even watch Impact.
All right, so let's go. Now you tell me.
I did watch the Spud video package. It was basically the same video package as last week, but I enjoyed it twice as much this time.
Isn't it funny how when something's great, you can watch it again, it's even better?
Well, they played like half of the same video package, and then the second half was like new stuff.
I see.
But Spud's coming back this week. He's defying doctor's orders, and he is returning to the ring. Swoggle, be prepared. You won't see it coming, according to Spud. So Spud warned him that he's going to attack him. But he's still...
So have you given up on the show, or what's up?
Maybe.
Man.
We'll see. There was also a KM video package. If you've been following along, my love for this KM character is never ending. So there's a pizza guy walking down the hallway. Now, I'm not sure, but it could have been the same guy who was a janitor a few weeks ago in one of these KM segments. Or I also believe that they all may be Mike Sempervive from the final deletion.
Man, oh man.
I think it might be the same guy.
Wow.
So, yeah. So he's a pizza man this week. He's walking around in the hallway. KM peeks his head out the door. Hey, you got pizza? Yeah. Okay. He goes, hey, is your name Billy? Yeah, my name's Billy. So the pizza guy comes over, gives Billy the pizza. Billy's really KM. KM starts eating the pizza. The guy says, hey, Billy, you need to pay for the pizza. KM says, I'm not Billy. I didn't order the pizza. The guy says, you just said you were Billy. You just asked me for the pizza. He says, no, I don't even want the pizza. He accuses him of being a liar.
Man, this is
KM,
amazing.
Very upset, yells at the guy, gets him to back down, has another bite, says, good pizza. This is what Impact has come to since they took over, or since Anthem took over.
So these are the things that are driving you off and away from the show.
No, these are the things that are keeping me watching at least this much. Everything else has driven me off.
I see.
This is the best of Impact.
How about that? You didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm confident. Now, actually, I heard the main event was great.
Which was what?
It was a X Division match. I believe it was Trevor Lee, whoever the champion is, Low Key, and would be one other person. Maybe Sanjay Dutt, maybe Matt Sydal. I can't remember.